film's backdrop is the year 1172, in the region that was once known as the Tangut Kingdom in northwestern China. This kingdom was ruled by a dynasty bearing the same name. Within this vast territory, various Mongolian tribes, each under the command of a leader known as a Khan, coexisted. Amidst this tapestry of tribes, there brewed a tumultuous rivalry driven by the thirst for power, resulting in numerous disputes, battles, and tragic losses. In the world of the Mongols, there are no steadfast rules, and the need for a supreme Khan to guide and unite the people becomes ever more pressing. At the outset of the film, we encounter Yesugai, the Khan of a modest western tribe, embarking on a journey with his entourage and his 9-year-old son. Their destination is Temujin, where they intend to find a suitable wife for the young boy. As night falls, they pause to rest at the abode of a friend. As the tribe takes a break to rest, Temujin is engrossed in the care of his horse. It is at this moment that a young girl by the name of Bort approaches him and inquires about his name. Temujin, ever courteous, introduces himself and shares the purpose of their journey, revealing their quest to find a suitable bride. Upon learning of Temujin's search for a bride, Bort boldly asserts that he should marry her. Temujin's father initially harbors intentions of seeking a bride from a more influential tribe for political reasons. However, yielding to his son's persistent entreaties, Yesugai eventually grants Temujin the freedom to choose a bride from their friend's tribe. Before making his selection, Temujin is instructed to seek out a bride with sturdy legs, as it is believed that only a woman with such strength can truly bring happiness to her husband. Temujin duly follows this guidance and chooses Bort. Their union is formalized in a marriage ceremony, though they are to remain apart for 5 years. Before their departure, Temujin made a promise to return soon, leaving Bort with a necklace as a keepsake. As Yesugai and his group continued their journey towards the village, they took a rest near an inn, cautiously aware of potential threats nearby. In the distance, a rival Khan and his entourage came into view, prompting an unexpected gesture of goodwill. The rival Khan sent a bowl of milk as a symbol of peace, and in response, Yesugai's tribe reciprocated with a bowl of juice. Amid this exchange, Yesugai's advisor advised caution, suggesting the servant taste the milk first due to distrust. Yet, Yesugai's commitment to peace prevailed, and they continued their journey. However, merely moments later, a sharp pain gripped Yesugai's chest. He toppled from his horse and, tragically, met his end. It became painfully clear that their adversaries had exploited Yesugai's kindness and poisoned him. In this dire turn of events, young Temujin approached his fallen father, but his father's followers displayed a stark indifference. Tradition dictated that the people would only follow a strong leader, and with Yesugai's passing, their primary concern shifted to the search for a new Khan, rather than seeking vengeance for the old one. The subsequent scene witnessed Temujin and his mother attending to Yesugai, grappling with the weight of this profound loss. Yesugai's funeral marked the transfer of his wealth to his right-hand man Targutai, who assumed control of his cattle and houses. In her grief, Temujin's mother voiced a curse, prophesying her son's eventual revenge against Targutai. Realizing the truth in her words, Targutai vowed to kill young Temujin. However, Mongol traditions forbade harming a child based on his height, sparing Temujin's life. Targutai pledged to return the next winter, when Temujin's stature would have grown. As winter approached, Temujin, with no sanctuary, embarked on a perilous journey to a sacred mountain, seeking divine aid. Fate intervened when he fell into an icy lake, rescued by a boy named Jamuka and his brother, offering food and refuge. Deeply thankful to the brothers who saved his life, Temujin offers to become blood brothers with Jamuka. They seal their alliance by mixing their blood in a bowl of milk and sharing the sacred bond. In an unexpected turn the next morning, they encounter Targutai and his followers, still determined to capture Temujin and end his life. They capture him and return him to the tribe. Fortunately, Temujin's growth has been minimal, sparing him from Targutai's threat. A kind elderly man attends to him, providing daily care and tending to his injuries. Days later, another height measurement revealed no change. During a sudden rainstorm, everyone seeks shelter, allowing the old man to free Temujin. Fleeing with a wooden yoke still around his neck, he seeks refuge in the mountains, praying to god Tengri for aid. Beside the divine monument, a white wolf appears, and within moments, the wooden yoke miraculously shatters. Fast forward to 1186, Temujin has matured into an adult, yet he remains pursued by Tangut and his relentless pursuers. After years of searching, they finally capture him and confine him within a familiar wooden yoke. This time, Temujin's growth matches the reference, diminishing his chances of survival. Tangut desires to witness his adversary begging for mercy, but Temujin's unyielding pride prevails. In response, Tangut opts for a slower, torturous approach, refusing to end Temujin's life swiftly. The elderly man who once aided Temujin pleads for mercy, hoping to be spared upon Temujin's return for retribution. Under the cover of night, Tangut taunts Temujin in solitude, providing the opportunity for an unexpected counterattack. Temujin seizes the moment and dispatches his tormentor by delivering a fatal blow with the very wooden yoke that once entrapped him. After escaping the wooden yoke, Temujin flees the village, evading danger once more. Now determined to reclaim his tribe and become the Khan, he embarks on a mission to bring his bride home. Returning to his in-laws' tribe for the first time since he was 9, he finds Bort has grown into a strong and alluring woman, but he playfully teases her about the thickness of her legs. She confesses that she has been eagerly awaiting his return. As a dowry, Temujin receives a coat and sets out with Bort to reunite with his mother and sister. Their joyous reunion soon turns dire when they are attacked by the Merkit tribe. Years ago, Temujin's father had kidnapped his mother from the Merkit Khan, and now they seek revenge, intending to take Bort from Temujin. The couple attempts to flee, but their journey is fraught with peril. During an attack, Temujin is wounded by an arrow, and Bort is abducted to become the rival Khan's wife. As he recovers, Temujin knows he must rescue his beloved, but he can't do it alone. He seeks help from his old blood brother, Jamuka, now a powerful tribe's Khan. However, Jamuka's commitments delayed their mission for a year. When the time comes, they lead their forces to assault the Merkit tribe, eliminating all their warriors and looting their camp. Amidst the huts, they find a pregnant Bort who has slain an adversary. Temujin claims the child as his own and reunites with Bort. As night falls, the troops revel in their triumph. Temujin, amassing loyal followers, surprises many by distributing the looted cattle, keeping only 10 for himself while generously sharing the rest among his troops. Temujin's remarkable generosity extends even to the families of fallen warriors, offering additional goods as a mark of respect. This act influences 2 of Jamuka's followers to switch allegiance to Temujin's tribe. As Mongols have the liberty to choose their own Khans, Jamuka can do little to prevent this perceived betrayal. In a subsequent scene, Temujin's warriors apprehend a horse thief, and in their pursuit, unintentionally cause his demise. Shockingly, the thief turns out to be none other than Jamuka's younger brother. The incident ignites a vendetta within Jamuka, causing him to disregard their blood bond. Forging alliances with another tribe, Jamuka launches an assault on Temujin's people. Despite facing overwhelming odds, Temujin evacuates the women and children, urging his men to fight valiantly. Even after vanquishing numerous foes, Temujin is ultimately captured. Remarkably, Jamuka, despite his enmity, still acknowledges their fraternal bond. Facing his captive brother, Jamuka encourages Temujin to plead for mercy. Temujin, reluctant to extinguish a man's spirit and pride, spares his life but reduces him to slavery, selling him to brokers. They, along with the remaining loyal followers, endure a grueling journey across the desert to a city under the rule of the Tangut dynasty. At the city's marketplace, they are displayed for inspection and sale, drawing the interest of a high-ranking official from the dynasty. His advisor, a monk, perceives in Temujin an unconventional threat. Lacking even thick legs, he deems Temujin a menace to their powerful dynasty. The official dismisses the concerns and purchases Temujin, who is then confined as an oddity for public amusement. Daily, the monk seeks Temujin's forgiveness, eventually striking a pact, vowing to aid him if he chooses to rise again. Bort assures Temujin that he won't devastate the monastery when the time comes. While searching for Bort in the desert, the monk falls unconscious and succumbs to death. Providentially, Bort discovers him, recognizing her necklace in his possession. Realizing that her husband lives, she ventures to the city. Despite his public display, Bort swiftly locates Temujin. That night, she bribes a guard and aids his escape. Reunited, Temujin is taken aback to find his son has grown considerably, and Bort has welcomed a second daughter, a result of her sacrifices during his absence. He admires her even more for her resilience, embracing the little girl as his own. The family of 4 returns to their countryside home, savoring a month of happiness. The children adore their father, cherishing moments of play. Then one day, Bort comments on the apparent peace. Mongols, much like any, have their share of theft, robbery, and violence. While a seemingly minor comment, it profoundly impacts Temujin. Determined to unify the tribes and establish Mongol rule, he's willing to face even fratricide to achieve this goal. 3 steadfast rules guide his mission. Never harm women and children, fight to the bitter end against foes, and never betray your Khan. Fast forward to 1196, and Temujin has amassed an impressive Mongol army by uniting diverse tribes. The only barrier to his quest for absolute power is Jamuka, who commands a formidable following. The brothers and their forces clash on the battlefield. Temujin's meticulous planning prevails over Jamuka's spontaneity, leading to a hard-fought victory. Rather than executing the survivors, Temujin takes them as loyal followers, fostering gratitude and loyalty. The old man who once aided his escape becomes the tribe's advisor. The final matter at hand is passing judgment on Jamuka. The brothers reflect on their remarkable journey and how far they've come. In a heartfelt conversation, Jamuka candidly admits he would have slain his adversary if their roles were reversed. This poignant moment underscores the difference between Temujin and Jamuka. However, Temujin, respecting his brother's dedication to building an army, chooses forgiveness and allows Jamuka to escape. The story culminates with Bort reuniting with Temujin, their 2 children living together in happiness. In 1206, Temujin fulfilled his promise, becoming the revered Genghis Khan, uniting the Mongols and vanquishing the Tangut dynasty. The monastery remains untouched, per the late monk's request. Ultimately, Genghis Khan's legacy extends to founding the vast Mongol Empire, the largest contiguous empire in history, while his exceptional leadership is complemented by his renowned prowess, even in the legs.